Ah.
So, yeah, we technically went out of order starting with the third game, but I figured that would probably be the best start considering it was all featuring a whole new cast of characters. But now that Pikmin 1 and 2 have seen a re-release on the Nintendo Switch, I figured, why don't we rectify that mistake and actually start recording the other two games as well before Pikmin 4 hits the shelves. So, yeah, welcome to Pikmin 1.
Re-released and re-released again for the Nintendo Switch now. You can now own the entire Pikmin franchise on one handy console.
Save for the one, but that's the one that people, pretend don't exist.
Yep.
Because, they had the gosh to go and yell at you like, hey! Pikmin!
It's like, don't you know that I startle easily? It's bad enough that you have a completely different gameplay style, but you had to yell at me?
Supposedly...
The gall on these people. And to think, these are the same numbnuts that are developing Sonic Superstars, even though that looks so much better.
Oh my gosh, yes. Supposedly... Sorry, one last... I guess supposedly the other thing is that apparently Hey Pikmin doesn't even take place on PNF 404.
Supposedly. They say it's like a whole new planet, even though, I don't know, it still looks very earthly to me. So,
fair.
I don't know what that's all about, but we're getting off track here. Let's go back to where it all started. Where it all started, out to the vast reaches of space, where a lonely Hokotate freight employee named Captain Olimar was literally taking a cruise out in space on his beloved ship, the SS Dolphin.
Nothing to see here.
Meanwhile, this asteroid that was on the other side of space had a very... it was just strolling around casually, much like Olimar is, but then Olimar didn't think to actually look both ways until it collided with him.
Oops.
And now Olimar is hurtling towards certain demise, and the asteroid is going to miss his 2:30 barbershop appointment, so now they're both in for it.
Man.
Yeah. Asteroid's going to miss its appointment, and Olimar's vacation is more or less, it's pretty much crashed and burned like he has. Straight onto a foreign planet that they call Earth.
Yarth.
Though they're not going to explicitly say that. Like, in later games, they would just give the fancy scientific title of PNF 404, but to us, like, it was just like a unknown planet of alien proportions. At least to Olimar, anyway. But anyway.
Yay.
My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I woke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded.
No.
Well,
To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then... No. Better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. And stat!
So, I guess that is something that I actually forgot about until now. If oxygen is considered deadly for these guys, what do they breathe to sustain themselves?
Whatever sort of air they breathe down in planet Hokotate, which is where Captain Olimar comes from.
Could be different chemicals. I mean, let's not forget, he is an alien. He is a scary alien, just like the pink puffball everyone
He
wants.
is literally the size of a quarter.
Look at him.
He's so small, especially compared to this onion-shaped doohickey.
Whoa!
It's alive!
And it wants to kill, I think.
It's a little rigid, and oh, a little sprout has arrived.
A strange thing has appeared before me. I'd barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. You know what? I shall call this an onion too.
But what if the thing get pooped out?
I mean, it's good to see that, cultures between Hokotate and, our modern-day Earth are more or less one and the same.
Ooh.
So, I'm gonna have to say, I am very curious to see how this holds up on the Switch, if it'll have a quality of life improvements, or if it will be more like the Wii version.
The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emits a strange light, and it sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling for me. I am compelled. I must approach it. and press my A button.
He just presses his belly button.
I was like, Olimar, we told you not to do that in public. And look at him.
What an adorable little marketable thingamahooger.
Extraordinary! When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me.
Medicine.
Its shape is similar to the pick brain carrots I love so much.
Oh.
I believe I shall call it a Pikmin.
My name is Frank, you dick.
Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to pressing X or moving R while holding L as well. Whatever that all means.
What are you talking about?
The following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. ZL to snap the camera behind me, left and right to rotate the camera, ZR to zoom, R up and down to change perspective. What am I saying? I must survive! I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings.
That is I guess that's something that is still very interesting, but I guess I would say kind of to this game's detriment at times is, again, due to, the subject matter of where we are right now, it's going to be kind of it's going to be basically the Olimar show for pretty much the entire game.
Oh yeah, no, like right from the get-go, Olimar was really all there was. Olimar and the Pikmin was really all there was to it.
Astonishing! The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study the strange life form more.
Then we shall do that. But,
I must dissect it and examine its inner workings.
So, right from the get-go, yeah, no, like, all you can really do as Olimar is that you can, you move around, you can press the A button to, well, you can do one of two things. You can, toss whatever Pikmin you currently have on your person, and, say if you don't have any on your person, you can just do this wimpy little bitch slap. That's actually, it's useful for getting a few small hits in on some of the local wildlife, and also to, break down some of those, pellet plants that we've been destroying just to get those pellets.
right, to hopefully help increase the numbers of the Pikmin. And at the very least, it seems like until you learn the basics, the game is not hitting you upside the head with that time limit just yet. But that was definitely not just him, over exaggerating with fear. There is an actual this was one of, I want to say, Nintendo's first big times of giving you a true actual pressure time limit of sorts over the entire game.
Aside from Majora's Mask.
True.
Today will be the exception because day one is essentially just a glorified tutorial.
Oh, okay.
They're generous enough to let you, fiddle around with this game's very unorthodox playstyle, which, I mean, many have gone on the record to say that Pikmin can be best described as sort of like a adventure / RTS sort of game.
Right. And actually, technically, I would say actually even more so than Majora's Mask, because sure, Majora's Mask there's a 3-day timer, but worst case that'll happen there is hey, okay, restart that loop. But it's not like you lost progress. With Pikmin, if you don't beat the game in 30 days, your only alternative, there's no hitting continue and restarting. Your only option is to hopefully reload from an earlier day to see if you can do better with your resources.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a full endgame scenario, especially since we can't even get off the planet right now.
I mean, I guess if there was one interesting comparison I could make with the original Pikmin, it technically is very similar to, a game that Capcom would make years later, Dead Rising, in that you have you pretty much have a set time limit, and, you can very much die at any point. Obviously you gotta be careful about not just yourself, but also the very Pikmin that you're commanding.
Man, now that you make that comparison, now I'm just imagining, a Dead Rising scenario where it's Olimar instead of Frank West, and just all the bulbwarbs and whatnot instead of zombies. I was half tempted to say Pikmin, but I feel like that would just kind of contradict their actual usefulness.
Potentially.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so this is a funny little something that the first two Pikmin games did before they replaced it with the charge feature. Basically, you can manually control the direction the Pikmin are at, and you okay, so in the original GameCube releases, you did all this by using the right stick.
Right.
Like, it didn't really serve as a camera like it does now. But now, with the Switch version, I think it sort of also applies with the new Play Control version that was on the Wii. You have to hold down a certain button first, and then you rotate the stick in order to command the Pikmin. Just so you can still, do camera controls that way.
I'm okay with that then. Oh, here they go.
Yeah, no, the Switch version, I'll definitely say, for Pikmin 1, I'll definitely say for what it's worth. It's not like the big, groundbreaking, improvement that, it's not super grandiose, but there are a few small things that it does make it a much more approachable version than, say, even the GameCube original. And that's something, and there's a few examples of that we can get more into later. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Approach and hold A to pick up sprouts. A to grab Pikmin, release to throw. Press B to call them. X to dismiss. Move R while holding L to command and control the group. Use E L for up. You get the rest. I shall record this in my computer and access it with a plus.
I really do wonder if that actually is just like part of the Hookaitation language, where it's like if they say these buttons out loud, and if anyone ever questions like, well, what's an A button?
I'm pretty sure his son would probably think to himself, how should I know? I'm just a kid.
And then you have
Sony
Sony,
age-old Nintendo excuse.
and then you have members of the Sony system that are like, I don't believe that's a square button.
Or a circle button.
Amazing! There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get back to the dolphin? I'm just one man. Unless...
Children.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough Pikmin currently to carry it.
You're all disappointments.
We're gonna have to craft some more.
Alright, fine. Let's go get more.
Oh, Jesus. Again, bless the impact site for giving us all the time we need to get the Pikmin we need just so we can get that ship part. It's also funny considering that the impact site is actually one of two rare exceptions in Pikmin, where there's really only like one or two ship parts at most, and the other one we can get is right over there. But with our current standings, we can't do shit about it.
I would say, yeah, already looking at just the obstacles between that and us, like, we're gonna have to... We're sorely ill-equipped to handle that part right now.
Oh yeah, no, we got a lot work cut out for us for this adventure, because we have 30 days to get all 30 ship parts. And a lot of them are going to require more than just the red Pikmin we currently have on our person.
I mean,
they do...
I know they do kind of circumvent that by having some of the...
When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it all done at once by holding A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. Okay, so that's actually something they changed for the Switch version. Previous versions, you had to rapidly press the button. Now you can just hold down the button to pluck them all up.
Oh, nice.
I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Only in this game, for the record. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin.
Oh, I see. So that's how you're able to tell like who is like the most recently added Pikmin. And do you think we're able to
not so much recently added, but more so Pikmin that are currently not, among the group. Like if they're just few, it just means they're just loafing about.
I was like, do you think we were able to show the? Oh, never mind. I was like, do you think we were able to show off the little mechanic of this game where you're actually meant to leave before nectar was introduced into the equation of keeping of having Pikmin mature?
Oh, right. I get what you mean. I honestly, I mean, I don't want to waste too much time. So I mean, if what am I doing? I've got all the pellets this way.
It's okay.
I'll have other opportunities to show that off, but in the meanwhile, I just want to worry about getting the ship part and mosey on out of here.
Do you think? I mean, while we wait for them to carry this, the whole maturing system, do you think it's required to beat this game to like actually take advantage of the flower? Okay.
It's really not. Because nectar can be found in the original Pikmin as well.
Oh, okay.
And in some ways it's a little more preferred to do things that way, but say if you are... Let's say you're currently on a job somewhere else, and you've already had some Pikmin, take some of it, pour creature's carcass straight to the onion,
Right.
and make more Pikmin that way and leave them hanging there. That's usually the best opportunity to leave them there and help see if they can
I see.
sprout,
Pick 'em up.
sprout a bud or a flower.
I see. So then, I get it. So basically, if you're not in the need for any immediate like help, just let them go there and then grab them at the end, towards the end of the day. And okay.
Yeah, that's more or less the only real logical reasoning for you to go doing that. At least in the original 2 games. Pikmin 3, there's really absolutely no need, considering Nectar's pretty, generous.
Now, I will say, this is actually probably one of my favorite features of this game, is actually seeing the dolphin transform as more and more equipment is added to it.
Yep, especially when you reach a certain threshold that allow you to go to more places.
Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back toward home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow.
Alrighty.
And that's all in a day's work.
Alright. They will get ready. So, Hype, have you ever played any of the Pikmin games?
I think I might have played a demo for the first one, like, eons ago, but aside from that, all of my Pikmin experience has mostly been secondhand through other people's playthroughs of it.
That's fair. I definitely remember way back in the, back when the GameCube was still on quote-unquote high stride. Like, I do remember playing a demo of it, and I remember getting this pamphlet from Nintendo Power that was talking all about it. And I mean, I did rent the game a few times. Never terribly clicked with me all that much. Like, I think I've already said before, I wouldn't become the Pikmin fan I am now until Pikmin 3 came out. When I decided to get that on impulse and loved it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow.
Oh, Olimar.
The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hopitate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the key to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore tomorrow.
I also just thinking out loud, I also just love the music and the score of this game, just because of like the odd, like, as we go throughout this game, like I know I'm about to be parodying like quite an original thought. I think Pikmin 1 had like the strongest atmosphere of like you are just alone in this serene world and you gotta like survive and like learn from it, and like I don't know, just something about it was like a very interesting like serene mixed with foreboding if you're not too careful kind of vibe. I love it.
Oh yeah, no, it was fairly ambitious for what it was trying to do, especially considering while it didn't exactly make the GameCube's launch, at least down in the West, it was a launch title. Like, it was literally released a month, or not even a month, like maybe a few weeks after the console came out.
Right. And
so they definitely had plans to get this game up and ready, and it's like, for what little time they probably had, like, I think they crammed in a fairly, I'd say a game that still holds up fairly well today.
I mean,
even with some of its jank.
But I mean, hey, now we're now 4 games in, which is a hell of a lot more than some of Nintendo's experimental titles, and even some of its mainstay titles have ever gotten, so...
No kidding.
My dolphin has returned to the surface along with Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press A.
Okay.
So yeah, we got a big day ahead of us, because I'm going to see if I can try to at least get 2 parts at the very least, because there's one that we're going to get here that's super important.
Okay.
And also, yeah, naturally goes without saying, we don't have that much Pikmin to go to work with right now, so naturally we're going to need to make sure to build up their numbers the most that we can.
Well,
if there's anything, okay, currently nothing.
So,
all right, time to batter this here wall.
Work on it. Yeah, they won't always be as automatic as it was before. Right? Oh, I see. Yeah, they are payout. But so right off the bat, going from this to from Pikmin 3 to this,
yeah, what a fucking stark jump. Am I right?
Immediate things that we have to get used to is that there is no lock-on, unfortunately.
Nope.
What are you doing up there?
He's helping.
Okay, fair enough. I forget. Did they even have the like with that little mini bulb orb over there? Did they even have the Do they even have the feature where if you actually throw something right on top of it, it actually will like deal double damage, or is that not until 3?
Oh yeah, you can Gooba Stomp smaller enemies in this game.
Okay.
It's a little harder to do, but it is very well possible.
Okay.
Which, speaking of which, yes, that little critter over there is what they call the Dwarven Red Bulborb. Or later games would call it like the Dwarf Red Bulborb. But here it's just called the Dwarf Bulborb. And fun fact, I mean, those already know that one of the most iconic enemies in Pikmin is literally like the bigger variants, like the red Bulborb / Spotty Bulborb.
Yep.
These Dwarven Bulborbs and the bigger ones are not of the same species.
Somehow they are not. Many believe
Nope.
it is.
The dwarves are actually part of the breadbug family, whereas the spotty bulbarbs are part of the what they call the grub dog family.
They believe it's either for evolutionary purposes or whatever that they try to mask themselves.
Exactly. It's more so to hide themselves from bigger prey.
It was like
Honestly, it's funny because I used to think it was for more heinous means. Like maybe they cuddle up to this bigger guy, seek shelter, and then when he's not looking, they feast on the poor bastard.
I don't know if it'd be that.
But thankfully, that's not the case.
Right. Go for it.
Why, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo! It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my fight for survival a bit easier.
Okay, well, let's see how many people we need to carry this sucker.
Too many.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we don't. You know what? Why leave these dead carcasses for not?
You're gonna learn real fast that it is a bug world out there.
It's a bug world, and you're gonna have to make the most out of most, if not all, the resources you can find.
Would you say Pikmin 1 is the hardest of the trilogy?
I will definitely say yes, it is.
Just because it doesn't have the quality of life features as 3 does, and it has the time limit.
Right. It's the hardest, but I'd also say it's the most straightforward and easy enough. Not easy enough, but like
Approachable.
It's honestly, I don't know if I can even say approachable. It's weird. It's weird how to describe Pikmin 1 because in a lot of ways it's not unlike, say, the original Luigi's Mansion, where that it's pretty short and to the point, and it's. I definitely say it's one of the more replayable, just because then once you beat it, it's all a matter of how fast can you beat it, how many days how many days can you avoid spending, and how many of those ship parts can you end up finding before you beat the game.
Just optimizing.
Speaking of which, goes without saying, ladies and gentlemen, this will be an all ship part run.
Well, yeah.
You only need 25 in order to actually finish the game. But if we want to beat this game as fast as possible, you actually will want to aim for all 30 ship parts.
Oh yeah, no, because otherwise, all you got left is, basically, otherwise, hey, if we find all 25 parts by day 20 out of 30, well, now if we want to manually get the 25 parts ending, you have to just faff about for 10 days.
Look at him, sleeping like a bear.
Smack him.
Get him.
Nice.
It may not be as broken as it would be in later games, but that charge definitely does do big numbers.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, in the previous Pikmin games, where I was I thought the charge was in the earlier games.
Technically it is, but it doesn't work the same way. It's a little more flexible, for lack of a better word, but you don't have as much... I guess that's the best way to put it. It's flexible, but doesn't have as long of a reach.
Gotcha.
Nor is it as instantaneous to activate.
Yeah, I was going to say, I also noticed it seemed whereas the charge can lead to a burst of damage right away, this is more so think of it like each Pikmin, honestly, that's actually the best way of looking at it. You're not even really fighting these guys, you're more so, think of it like each Pikmin is a stack of poison that you're putting on the enemy, and all that the charge in this game does is you just kind of put a lot of it on it at once. It'll still take a bit, and as you just saw there, that's kind of your main hope with combat in this game is the Rincewind school of fighting, which is to kill them so fast they don't even have an opportunity to retaliate. Because if they start retaliating, your Pikmin are unfortunately not in for a good time.
Yeah, they're going to be, especially for some of the harder fauna out there, they're going to be in some deep doo-doo. The Eternal Fuel Dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me.
And you have any idea how hard it is to light a candle in the vacuum of space? Anyway.
I have now recovered 2 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities.
Alright. Now I think about it, I actually would. Sorry, hi. What are your thoughts on the given situation?
Well, I will commend James for wanting to try and do an all-part run. I can imagine how difficult that's going to be for getting certain particular parts, because if I'm not mistaken, actually, hang on, I might be getting confused. I know it's feasible to get all of them before the time limit, but I also feel like there's also like certain. What's up?
I mean, you kind of have to if you want to speedrun this game.
Okay. Well, no. What I'm also saying is that, like, I remember a playthrough talking about how, like, there are actually certain enemies that only appear on, like, very specific days in the 30-day time limit, and there was a part of me.
That is true. That is true.
Right, and for some reason I was thinking that, like, at least one of the ship parts was tied to that.
No, thankfully no.
Thank goodness.
I think in Pikmin 1, enemies that do have like that did like ingest a ship part, those are the ones that remain no matter what no matter which how long you've been on the planet.
Thank goodness. Now I should then ask: are you going to fight this? Are you going to fight the Prague?
Fuck no, I'm not that stupid.
Okay. Alright, I don't know if you'd seen that hype. There was a tweet that went out of somebody saying, like, for all the new Pikmin fans, like, this is a quick new tip from someone who played Pikmin 1. When you find this egg, break it open.
Talk about the biggest fucking... That's like the meanest fucking thing you could ever say to people going into Pikmin for the first time. Try beating the Smoky Prague. You'll gain so many benefits. Yeah, but you're likely gonna lose all your fucking platoon if you attempt it.
Oh, it'll be so bad. Oh.
My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So it's best for me to review my monitor's data.
Ta-da.
Across the top of my monitor are the sun meter and the day display. At the bottom are my spacesuit damage meter and Pikmin gauges. From the left, these numbers reflect Pikmin under my command, Pikmin in the field, and total Pikmin. Those also included in those in the onion.
I never needed the total number, but fair.
And of course, we get a reminder of the camera controls, because, you know.
Yeah, I'll say that as far as the HUD, the total Pikmin was always the number I never really cared that much about.
The total Pikmin? I mean,
like the far right. Like once you have like more than when you have like 1,000, I never. Go ahead.
I mean, it's nice to know in a pinch, but otherwise, I can sort of understand where you're coming from.
Oh, come on, bring it.
Hey,
Oh,
Get wrecked.
thank goodness. But where's it going with this?
Probably safe there for the time being.
Okay.
Actually, while we're here, we have a more important matter to worry about, like the discovery of a new onion.
Wake up.
It's Yeller.
Wake up, Mr. Yellow Onion, sir.
It is I, your one and only King, Captain Oliver.
Lemar.
Captain Oliver.
You are very, very small.
As you can see.
A big round nose and not quite so mean. But on the whole,
But on the
he
whole,
would
I'd say I'm super duper.
Yay.
The color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests that this one has what, in some circles, could be considered very large ears. It looks like it may weigh less than the others. In what other ways might it be different from the red Pikmin? I must be sure to observe it closely. I can hold a Pikmin for a moment and press it with A, then swap it for another by pressing R.
Oh.
Let me say this right now. After testing out the GameCube original just not too long ago, I will say, I find it kind of jarring that, how do I put this? This is a godsend feature that the Wii version and the Switch version added in. In the original GameCube release, you could not swap Pikmin that easily.
Didn't you have to like group them up like on the fly?
Basically, like this is all you could really do. If you want an easy way of swapping between Pikmin in the original game, you literally had to press the X button to disband them all.
Right, and then
then
select the one you
carefully
want.
whistle the one you want, and then go from there.
Right, I remember like in some cases, especially with like certain bosses and things like that, would become really stressful to not grab the grab the wrong one, especially.
It's honestly amazing that such an important feature was not there from the get-go, because like goddamn, that is so obnoxious.
It's all in the testing phase, especially with I also realized that could become very problematic, especially with a particular feature that we're about to learn was originally exclusive to the yellow Pikmin.
Correct. Speaking of which, since we're
Behold.
already here, and there is actually one ship part that's beyond that wall that I really want to get ASAP. we're going to show you guys the one other exclusive thing that yellow Pikmin had, at least back at the time. The yellow Pikmin had picked up some peculiar stones. Why did they decide to grab them? This action seems to be instinctive to the yellow Pikmin. But just what are these strange glowing stones? Brightly glowing cracks cover them. Perhaps these cracks indicate that there's tremendous power locked away within. This merits further research.
I know. I'll crack it open and see what's inside.
I was about to say, all the Pikmin gather round. Now,
Gather around, everybody, and marvel at the glowy rock.
I call this the Logan.
I call this the massacre.
But yeah, I did also... Wait for it. Aw, he doesn't run away screaming.
Nah, the scream wouldn't be till the sequels. The glowing rocks that the yellow Pikmin picked up seem to be explosive stones. Perhaps they know what these stones can be used as powerful weapons. The bomb rocks are dangerous, so I must take care when using them. But they should be able to blast open the stone walls that block the pathways. I may even be able to use them against some of the wild creatures.
Just make sure you have to jump on them.
Let's be vigilant. When I throw a bomb rock carrying Pikmin and give them the orders, they will toss their bomb rocks at nearby walls or obstacles. The explosive power of the bomb rock is tremendous, so I must keep my distance.
I forgot about that one, like, freaking Vietnam War flashback Pikmin of the explosions. I remember them well. But yeah, I completely forgot. That was another problem of this, was the fact that, yeah, no, there was no way to, originally there was no way to sample it. Olimar would just pick whichever Pikmin was closest to him.
Oh.
Yep. Also, I'm both like, oh shit.
Oh no! Are you okay?
He gave his life for the
There he
cause.
is.
Shit.
That was almost cartoonish. Just,
And I just got these poor things. Now I gotta increase their numbers, but you know, I should probably go and do that real quick.
oh yeah, once again, as always, make sure whichever the majority of the Pikmin, or it's either the majority or whichever was the first Pikmin tossed at something.
It's the majority.
That will be whichever onion they're fed to and which number they would increase. Oh, hang on, more walls. But I don't know.
I should probably make sure to pick up those other two before I go throwing off my load.
They won't let you chain them together, like chain explosions together for more damage.
Actually, you can, but it's also a matter of, like, I don't know if I want to go doing that when the bomb rocks are literally right there.
Fair enough. Alright, yeah, come on.
Because the ground they need to cover. Which, speaking of ground to cover, I actually I keep forgetting why I blew up that other rock in that other stone wall in the first place.
Yeah, I was about to say, why aren't you going back to that?
Oh, it was this way.
I was like, here, yeah, we could maybe send the Reds on a secret
that's
mission.
not the wall. That's not the wall I wanted to go past. Never mind. It was the other
it was
wall.
this wall. Well, I mean, okay.
It was this one.
Oh, so I guess while we're getting closer to the end of the day, then I guess I should say, so in Pikmin 3 and now, as we know, 4, which look forward to our playthrough of that, that'll be fun. I know that there's that safe zone, which... Woo!
That would have been bad.
But we now know there's that like safe zone, where so long as all your Pikmin, active or otherwise, are inside of that.
Catch!
Oh, you say something, Terry?
Terry?
Terry, you never.
Oh, fudge!
Male grubs.
Male grub. These fuckers need to go.
They were trying to avenge their fallen playmates.
Yeah, I didn't know they started this early in the game. But anyway,
Yeah, no, sheer grubs were very much a veteran since the first game, and the purple ones, the male sheer grubs, are not to be trifled with because they can eat the other Pikmin. It's my whimsical radar! With this, I'll be able to see all nearby ship parts in a single glance. I just pressed plus to check it. This find fills me with great hope.
I knew I gave this forest the right name, but
wait. Where are you guys going?
There looks like there's a back route. Oh,
wrong way, stupids.
Oh, so yeah, that would have led to
a shortcut.
Another.
Oh, hello.
Aw, some females too.
Yeah, the females are more so nuisances. They don't hurt the Pikmin. They just kind of get in the way.
That Pikmin's a
And
brave one.
there you go.
Yeah, that Pikmin was a brave sort.
Yeah, but
And honestly, it might be a good idea to knock out some of these other ones, just because we're gonna want to actually bomb this wall later on. Obviously not tonight, because I mean, look how much sun is left on that dial.
so do enemies stay dead between days?
They do, but they can respawn after a certain point after a certain amount of days has been passed.
Okay, but that's right. Okay, so the question I had was, in 3 and 4, they introduced that safe zone where whether a Pikmin was in your party or not, the second time, between the first number and the second number on our HUD, they would be safe. In this game, how do we ensure that that Pikmin survive the night cycle?
More or less the same thing will apply.
So
Like it's nowhere near as evident like in the sequels, but if so long as they stay close enough to the onions, they should more or less be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna take these fuckers out because I want to come back here later.
All right, just be careful because.
Oh, what luck! They got right back to the rocket.
Nice. I guess that's the other thing to be mindful of is I don't believe in. Oh, hang on, let the thing go.
This important part can detect the locations of all the other missing parts. The radar will be added to my monitor, which I can press plus to view. I can scan with left stick or zoom in with right stick. This will surely help me in my search for the remaining parts. Ain't that a freaking fact?
Good.
Like, that thing is literally your lifesaver in this game.
Well, I hope so, otherwise I'd be lost. But, I guess I would say that is one other thing to note about this game is I don't believe it was until either...
My clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter the onions on their own. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they may not be able to get back. I'm sure that the Pikmin still planned are safe, but I am somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness.
But yeah, I don't believe it was until Pikmin 2 that they added the ability for them to return to wherever they were picking up stuff from. Otherwise,
I don't believe so. Not in this game, no.
Right. Otherwise, if they drop something off at the dolphin, they're kind of gonna just chill out there.
Mm-hmm. Actually, speaking of which, let me see where the... Okay, yeah, it looks like all the others are currently at the... Yeah, they're currently in the safe zone, so I should be good.
Alrighty.
And there's really not much else I can really do at the given moment, so why don't I just go ahead and go say hello to all my other Pikmin, and then we'll call it a sunset.
I just don't want to lose any of them. Also,
don't worry, we'll be.
Oh, hang on, we can. Oh, hang on, we can pick some.
not...
Hang on, we can pick some of the red. Oh wait, do they stay as flowers in the next day?
They will.
Okay, I was say yeah, we could.
But you know what? Better safe than sorry. Let's pluck up what we already can. Actually, before the day is over, there is something I can go ahead and show off real quick.
Let's find
out.
Oh
wait, no, okay, there we go. When you press the minus button on the Switch version, you'll get your standard pause menu. You can continue, go straight to sunset if you feel already accomplished, and you can also go back to the file select screen to say if you say if in the event you royally screw up on a day and you feel like you could do that, but you could do better next time. You can select this in order to go back to the file select and restart your save file.
Right. That's what we call.
I am very mad that this got dropped in the sequel.
Mm-hmm. The continue for previous save was not in the. Oh, but that's right. But they did
it's
bring
one
it
of those
back.
things where it wasn't an option on the pause menu. Like, you technically could still do it, but you literally had to reset the game in order to do so.
Right, but I know they then brought it back in Pikmin 3 at least.
Right.
I know because we had to make
something up over there.
Oh yeah, those Pikmin right there. This is something I'm not a big fan of. Is that certain portions of the ground will have like standing grass that the Pikmin will pluck, and normally when they do pluck it, they'll usually find a few drops of nectar.
Ah, which is the other way of how they can mature, which, as we saw with the flowering, that just leads to them either being fat. Did it make them hit harder, or just simply do everything faster?
Make everything faster. I think they do hit harder. No, geez. Yeah, no. So the thing about the prey there is that they're nocturnal creatures. So it's also, obviously, it's very important we leave the planet the moment they awake.
Mm-hmm.
2 days since impact. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts of my radar, which I did, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances. Then I'd only have to press plus to locate my parts.
You did.
Yet, there seem to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it, and press A to make suit repairs.
Oh.
As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. Even though it's literally the least of your problems in this game, to be honest.
I actually never knew you could even heal. I always thought it was like, that's your lot. That's the amount of health you get for the day, so be cautious about it.
Yeah.
Pikmin 1, they do let you heal yourself if you approach the ship.
That's nice of them.
We did lose one because of a very noble Wile E. Coyote gag we had to do.
Yeah, could have gone a little more smoothly, but no matter. One's not the worst thing in the world. Honestly, I think what's more, what's more heartbreaking than losing Pikmin in battle is leaving Pikmin behind when they're not in a safe zone.
Oh yeah, because it was so close. And actually, go ahead, Hype.
Yeah. Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say, I'm actually gonna BRB real quick so I can get myself something to eat. But you guys, I think you guys can be able to take this while I'm gone, so I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
But yeah, fortunately, the yellow onion has found its way to the landing zone. This is something that I don't believe I forget if they added this in Pikmin 2 or if it was 3, but the ability to select Pikmin from all the onions at once was a very nice feature in Pikmin 3. Here, you kind of have to do it manually.
Yeah, all the onions are separated by color, and, wouldn't be till Pikmin 3 where they would all coexist with one another. A very, very, very handy feature, which I'm glad Pikmin 4 will be bringing back.
I'm very excited to see what Pikmin 4 is going to be like.
Same. Well, we already got a taste of what's to expect with the demo, and it's like, man, that demo was surprisingly beefy.
Yeah, they gave you pretty much, I would say, the entire prologue, and apparently there were things even we missed in James's first playthrough of the demo, given that it seems that there's a whole Dandori battle.
You can actually do a Dandori battle, which is pretty much the Pikmin 4's new versus mode.
Right. There's that, and then more characters to find. There's a whole greater story at hand. It doesn't look like there's going to be any, nice. It doesn't look like there's going to be any, time limit, at least not that they're aware of.
Another intriguing discovery.
Yes?
A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and peculiarities of these flower Pikmin.
Aye. But all good to have. But
only problem with Pikmin 1's flower method of nectar collecting is that you'll gain the biggest benefit if a whole mob of Pikmin, drink from it.
Yeah.
But it is very impossible for just one Pikmin to drink from one puddle, and the whole thing just evaporates.
Before the other people get to all drink it?
Yep.
That is...
That particular Pikmin was greedy that
I was going to say, that's when we nicknamed him Wario.
Right? But thankfully the later sequels would fix upon that. Now, it does take multiple Pikmin before the thing completely disappears.
Good. These... for the road.
These are more bomb rocks.
And it looks like they respawn from these cans in case you ever run out of them.
Yes, they do.
Nice.
Cans and certain other types of hidey holes that are strewn across the areas.
That is handy.
Only downside is that after doing 2 full playthroughs of Pikmin 1, I can say that this is really all the yellow Pikmin really have going for them, aside from being lighter in weight as well. Pikmin 1 did not have the obvious advantage of every Pikmin being able to survive certain
elements,
elemental conditions. Red Pikmin aren't impervious to. Well, okay, correction. Red Pikmin are impervious to fire in this game. Yellow Pikmin are not impervious to electricity, though, because this game does not have any electrical obstacles to worry about.
I also, for some reason, I don't recall. I'm sure again that the red Pikmin are immune to fire, but for some reason I don't recall it ever being in your face, hey, don't forget the red Pikmin are impervious to fire. I feel like that was something that wasn't really played up until Pikmin 2 came along with all of its elements.
Right. In Pikmin 1, it only really mattered for one enemy type that could spew fire.
Right. And again,
which we won't be seeing until we reach the Forest Navel.
Right. And again, if you're curious why James is being very particular about which Pikmin he's tossing, you can actually take any flower bud to any onion, but if you color coordinate it, you get double the rewards from it.
Yes. If you see a Pikmin pellet that has a 1 on it, and it's a certain color. If you say if you see a red 1 pellet, and you give it to 1 red Pikmin, it'll actually spawn 2 red Pikmin.
Right. Whereas
otherwise, you just get 1, and then it's what's even the point?
Right. This wall is taking quite a bit more punch.
Yes, it is. It's a little darker in color too.
Okay, that's how it works. Then fair enough. Come on.
Just making sure. Better safe than sorry. Because I want it. That right there is a very, very, very important ship part.
I think that's also why I like the structure of this game a bit more, and also why I'm kind of oh no you don't. Why I'm also curious about how Pikmin 4 handles this. I like the idea of becoming gradually stronger and Hang on.
I need one more, which thankfully there's one more right over here.
Yeah. Like I am curious to see like all the new upgrades and things you can get, such as well, between Ochi, your suit upgrades. Where are they? Oh, there you are.
There you are. But yeah, in general, like Pikmin 4 is definitely, looking very promising, even though I will definitely miss being able to have like 3 captains at once, and also being able to, I know with Ochi, it's sort of like you're kind of going back to like having 2 primary characters to focus on, and one of them actually does help you out, kind of like the Pikmin do. It's the extraordinary boat!
Yeah?
I bought this incredible boat because the salesman told me it was of extraordinary quality that is indiscernible of the average person.
Oh.
Exactly what makes it so extraordinary is a secret, but just look at it! Extraordinary!
Olimar, you silly fool. I think you got scammed.
You got suckered.
So let's make sure they're not going
Which
to...
is
Oh, they're
kinda
going to... Oh,
ironic because
JJ, stop him.
Whoa, yeah, I noticed that too.
I was like, wait a minute.
You're going to deep in enemy territory. Allow me.
This is how you go into enemy territory. Melt them.
Get wrecked.
And then get the...
Right, because I just remembered I did open up the shortcut over there.
You just gave him a little
Also,
lunch.
don't worry if, say, a dwarf Bulborb accidentally gets a chomp on a Pikmin immediately. If you're able to take it out before it fully finishes chewing, then you'll save the Pikmin it was chewing.
Spit that out. And unless it
I
goes.
don't know where that's been.
Yep.
It could have bacteria.
Like that man over there.
Put the thing in where it belongs. In the garbage.
Right? And he just shoves. It's like, well, hey, Pikmin. I suppose we're 2 of a kind. That's plain.
We both lost our luster. That's what it tastes like.
I if I were to get it working, whoa, that's a big one right there. I just saw that 20.
Oh yeah, no, it's a honker.
If I were to get it working, I wonder if, like on Stitcher, I wonder if I should play Hey Pikmin.
I don't think there's any harm in playing it. It's just a matter of like it's kind of a long one.
Okay.
Well, that and also it's more of a 2D platformer, so take that for what you will. This bolt's bolt holds the kind of value that only a true connoisseur can understand.
Translation: what does this do?
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Olimar. But I mean, it is kind of ironic because the game does consider that a mandatory ship part.
Oh, okay. So
there are 5 of them that you can actually skip out on if you feel like. But again, if you want to beat this game in a timely fashion, it is recommended that you go for all of them.
Right. Now, so I mean, when it's a leaf, you feed it nectar, it'll turn to a flower, and when we have a flower, you're already done. If it's a bud, if it's a budding Pikmin, will it turn into a flower on its own over time?
No, you will still need to give it nectar. You'll need to give the Pikmin nectar to fully get a flower if it's already been unearthed.
Okay.
Let's make sure that this Bulborb gets safely delivered to its resting place.
We got your Christmas turkey right here. Now
bust down this wall.
And it's gonna take a bit though.
Yeah, and also there will unfortunately be some treasures I have to skip out on for the time being, just because we have only 2 of the 3 special Pikmin types that this game started us off with.
Right. Which I mean, okay, that's understandable. We just need to. We only barely have over 100, and if we're gonna be living life on the edge, we need to make sure we have plenty of Pikmin to work with.
And especially considering, like, let's just say that if you can run into a certain dilemma, which I'll just say right now, if you do run into that sort of situation, you are hereby authorized to revoke your gamer's card.
Damn.
It is possible to send the Pikmin, like every type of Pikmin, into extinction,
and that's just
the game will count it off as such.
And yeah, it'll be. Oh wait,
now, I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts as a game over or what. But basically, it's obviously don't do that.
Oh, hang on.
I made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. Just when I was about to exceed 100 Pikmin in the field, the onion stopped expelling seeds, yet the total number of Pikmin continued to climb. It seems that once there are 100 Pikmin in the field, subsequent seeds get stored inside the onion. Thus, no more than 100 Pikmin can be in the field at one time in any area.
Until Pikmin 4, when they made it worse. But you can upgrade it, but it made it a little rougher at first.
I'm of 2 minds with that. On one hand, yeah, it is kind of stupid that now you can only really start the game off with, like,
30, I
what,
think.
20 Pikmin on your party?
It was like 20 or 30. Yeah, no, yeah, it was like 20.
No, it was 20. You can only have 20 Pikmin out on the field at a time, and it's like, I know they give off a justification for it. At the same time, though, it's one of those things where as a Pikmin fan, it's like, why? This is torture. I want more.
I will say, yeah, no. To me, it honestly reminds me of what it makes me think of is like I love.
What are you doing?
Get up there. Well, I can't read.
I can't reach.
Oh, ha. It's what it makes me most immediately think of is that like
Look at that.
oh, that
the
looks
ultimate
shiny.
weapon.
That looks shiny. But just
Unfortunately, there's some there's like oh, actually he's moving. Come on. Oh shit.
we woke up the one.
Daddy.
Run.
We woke up Daddy.
Oh, they're fast now.
Oh yeah, no, bulborbs are no joke. Like if you assuming you don't get the upper hand on them, they can wreck your shit pretty badly.
Right. The idea is to be the.
I mean, even Smash Brothers knows that.
Right, it's yawning and. Oh my god, I forgot about
Get
the bulborb. And.
Yeah,
oh no.
Losing a couple. Oh yeah, no, we're definitely losing a couple.
All right, just kill it fast.
Actually, we're still doing okay.
It-
I mean, could be worse, but we can make up those numbers.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. Is that the larger enemies, they will not be dainty eaters and just go nibble on one Pikmin. They will eat them like in a mouthful.
Yeah, no, like they're the natural prey of Pikmin. It's literally like if you were. It's literally like they were. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
So
Actually, let me see how my current standing. I could probably do with a couple more red ones. So let's go ahead and build up your numbers.
yeah, no, red ones.
I've mostly been feeding the yellow onion.
Well, because we
all
want
this time.
to build their numbers. Because you mentioned that they can go into extinction. So can that mean that you can actually be in a situation where, like, you just have no more yellows for the rest of the game?
I think that's how it works. I think what it is that once you reach if one particular strand of Pikmin is considered extinct, I want to say that that's considered a game over.
I would
but
say,
I could
yeah.
be wrong.
I imagine
Honestly,
so.
honestly, while I go pick up this here Nova Blaster, could you look up that info for me?
Yeah, sure thing. Some like.
Anyway, I found the Nova Blaster. This emits a dazzling burst of light capable of destroying almost anything. I'm not exactly sure about this, but the promotional brochure claims that its blast can travel in the currents of space-time, smashing through stars and into the rifts of space. This is also considered one of the 5 optional ship parts in the game.
Oh, well, I mean, it's right here, and hey, we can finish off the day with kind of going a little bit further. Oh, if only we had Ochi.
Okay, so
Hey, hype.
we can actually get that. That ship part. I don't think I have enough time to really do it though.
But yeah, and actually no, well, because I want to say this game started. It still started with this game. I want to say the progress of wherever a ship part was on its way to the dolphin is saved between days. So like, or does it okay? So if you like moved it halfway, you could then stop and then try to move the other one halfway there. But
oh yeah, no, it definitely does do that. Thankfully.
But, yeah. To catch up to speed, we were just talking a bit about the Pikmin, trying to collect them all. We reached our first cap. We were talking a bit about how... That's right, I was going to say really quick. The feeling of, like, only being able to start with 20 Pikmin, it reminds me of how, like, I love Hollow Knight, but the game feels so slow until I can get the double jump and stuff.
I get you.
So whenever I try to replay it, I'm going to have to deal with not having to double jump for a while. And I feel like people replaying Pikmin 4 will have the same problem of... I gotta deal with 20 Pikmin alone, and then...
This is a weapon of such incredible destructive force that it can blast stars into tiny pieces. It has a strange allure. And now that we have enough ship parts, I have now recovered 5 out of 30 ship parts, increasing the Dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area.
Alright. So now we can basically have access to a new world, and aha!
Woohoo!
Dolphin looks better now. Somehow very shiny.
It's looking a little less shoddy every day, or every waking moment.
My ship isn't shoddy, it's a hottie. I don't know where that came from. So
It's a dreamboat.
So the other thing I learned about was so the extinction. So here's what I got. So it's kind of a long and sort of thing, but I'll try my best to abbreviate. So there are 2 types of extinctions: a partial and a total. So in Pikmin 1 and 2, losing all Pikmin of a given type makes it very hard but possible to create more in the same day. If there are still other Pikmin when this partial extinction occurs, the day will go on, but if not, a total extinction will be declared instead. In order to create more Pikmin in this...
okay.
So in order to create more Pikmin in the same day, you can technically... I forgot, were Candy Pop Buds a thing in Pikmin 1?
Yes, they are.
So technically we would call it only a partial extinction because you could always say convert some reds into yellows if something like that happened.
Okay.
Let's see.
So it's not exactly a total game over. It's just that the day will reset, and the onion is it pushes just enough of an oomph to sprout one seed.
Right.
The next day.
Right. So it's not an immediate game over. Just you're going to be at a serious, consider it like you just lost a lot of time because now you got to waste time trying to rebuild that population.
Right. It's just one of those things that, in the long run, better to play on the side of caution.
Let's see, and then...
And again, you have to be very fucking reckless in order to reach a state where you reach partial or even total extinction.
Right. In Pikmin 3, if a partial extinction occurs, you actually don't have to wait until the next day. It'll just spit out the single seed right there on the spot.
Okay, well that's a relief.
And of course, then in total extinction, that is...
Whoa, hold the phone, that ain't your pellet.
Oh, but I like the color of it. And then a total extinction...
It's a cute color, but it's not yours.
Fair. And then a total extinction is when all Pikmin of all colors are eliminated, and that's basically a game over.
Okay.
I mean,
Or at the very least, that's an automatic end of the day. Or, wait, in Pikmin 3?
No, in Pikmin 1 and 2, it's pretty much like if you lose all your Pikmin in a single day, if there were no Pikmin, period, that's game over. You messed up.
Okay, so does it so what happens when you game over? Does it go straight to the next day with a new pellet or no?
Let's see, in Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2, if the player loses every one of their Pikmin, every single one in a single day, the day will end immediately, a sad cutscene will play, and it's not game over. On the following day, and each onion will produce a single seed to go back from.
Okay. I mean, either which way, if you know what you're doing, you should never ever have to encounter a partial or even a total extinction for Pikmin kind.
Oh yeah, it even says right now, in Pikmin 3, because all the onions are merged together and it always spits out a single seed of whichever type you just lost of right away, not waiting till the next day, it's actually impossible to reach total extinction in Pikmin 3.
Good.
So hopefully that will also continue.
That's a sad feeling in general.
And let's see, losing all Pikmin during the sunset is possible, though. You can, it is actually... Oh, hang on, really quick.
I now add yellow Pikmin to my list of discoveries. These creatures can wield bomb rocks, so perhaps I can use them to blast down rock walls and open up new regions. Red and yellow Pikmin, as well as bomb rock carriers, break into squads when dismissed with X. If I could grab one of them for a moment by holding A, I can swap Pikmin by then pressing R.
Thank goodness.
Again, thank you. I don't get why. I'm amazed that this was not a thing in the original release. And look at those yellow numbers.
Woo! Mm-hmm. We're climbing. We're already almost up to 200. But,
only downside is that I was being a bit of a sloppy shit with that Red Bull Orb, and I lost about 9 of them in battle today.
It was a very rough fight. They are merciless in this game, so be cautious.
No kidding. Anyway, we'll go ahead and leave the Forest of Hope hanging for the time being, because now we're heading on straight to where things start getting a little rough. The Forest Navel.
Underground we shall go, and basically I just saw...
In total, this game has about 3 major areas and 2 smaller areas. This is the second of the 3 major areas.
Okay.
And it's dark, it's dank, it's wet, and it's here where we're going to find our last species of Pikmin.
So is Patrick's belly button, but anyway.
But it's not pink.
Oh, sorry, red guy's navel.
Just trying to figure what I could do first and foremost.
There's a wall.
I'm going to go ahead and leave. I'm going to pull out at least 30 reds.
Okay, 20, 30.
And 10 yellows. Or actually 15 yellows would be fine, because I know I'm going to need to get some bomb rocks at some point or another.
Yep, I understand what our goal is. We need to hopefully see if we can find another onion around here.
In the meanwhile, I'm going to leave you guys all on headbanging duty while I go scout out ahead.
Rock on. So while that's happening, the other thing I learned is that while a total extinction is impossible normally, there is one exception in Pikmin 3, which is you could walk around, there it is, you could walk around and let sunset happen and just have no Pikmin in your group, in which case Alf will write a special log the next day saying that, well, we're out without Pikmin now.
We're fucked.
Yeah. And there it is. Right away. Unfortunately for us, veterans now, we've already reached the ends of how many Pikmin there are in the game.
Yep, this is our the last original type from the very get-go. The last of the veterans
the fishy-gilled blue Pikmin.
Oh.
It is a Pikmin of yet another color. Near this one's cheeks is what appears to be a set of gills. This trait suggests to me that this blue type of Pikmin can enter the water without any trouble whatsoever. There's only one way to find out. I will use A to hold one, press R to swap it out and issue its commands. Or just chuck it straight into the water. Oh, hello.
Oh boy.
A bread bug is a...
Wow, that's actually perfect timing. Meet the bread bug, everybody.
Whoa!
They're very... Oh!
Oh,
And it had a part!
the space floats.
Holy shit, that was quick!
Whoa!
Thank goodness my space float! This float is an absolute necessity for any pilot who lacks skill at swimming in space.
So
By the way, this is another... I believe this is another optional ship part.
So I just got a lot of information all at once there, James. So first of all...
Holy
what
fucking shit.
what was...
Like, damn. He was he saw what I was doing and was like, ooh, lunchtime. So what we just knocked the daylights out of is the bread bug.
Uh-huh.
It is a very, well, it is like the aptly named member of the bread bug family, which, believe it or not, is the dwarven bulborbs are also a part of.
Right.
So, the long and the short of it is that they're sort of a, what's the word, kleptomaniac, they're kleptomaniacs.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And say they're always out on the hunt for something they want to take with them and just pull wherever they feel like.
Yes.
And don't forget that big Pfeiffer.
Only downside is that its body is also very tough and can't really be taken out by traditional means. In order to defeat it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have a set of Pikmin carry the pellet it's trying to carry over to their onion and have the knockback from the onion taken out.
And thank goodness, and which now my headcanon now for what just happened there was that
Jesus fucking.
was that like he was the lifeguard. He saw you were in the pool, was like, I'll save you, and he like tossed in the life preserver after you.
Get out of there! I'll be out of a job if you go drowning in there. Not realizing it's shallow water.
So there you go. So that life preserver, is that a random chance that you get that, or is it always that bread bug that has it?
It's always the bread bug. That is literally the special thingy that you get when you take it out.
Alrighty.
An excellent swimmer like me has no need for something like this. But my motto is, always be prepared. Really, it's just for emergencies.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I hate that when you get close enough to a ship part, you press the A button, you get Olimar's comment on it again. Kind of annoying, but I need it. I still need more blue Pikmin because it's literally square deep in the water. And I know the other Pikmin are already finished with their whole doodads, and let's avoid that for the time being.
We are not equipped. Oh, hang on, but we can make a bridge. I saw.
Where?
Go up the hill here. And then there'll be like I saw like a pile of sticks.
Oh, the twig bridge. I can do that real quick.
So I don't know what.
Get to work, fellas.
So can
Anyway, I'm gonna go see what the others are doing.
Okay. Hello, Ochi. Oh, hang on. What are those ghostly guys we just saw?
Oh, those are I forget the name of them exactly, but they're like these wispy like creatures that hang on to it's over there. Okay. They that glowy thing on the bottom is nectar that they're carrying.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if you smack a Pikmin on them, they'll drop it and then flee.
Okay.
But they'll leave the nectar behind for the Pikmin to thoroughly enjoy.
Okay, thank goodness. I was worried they were a predator or something. So.
Oh, don't worry, they're completely harmless. So stop that. You don't need to go doing that right now.
You're full.
That is unfortunately one annoying thing is that when you casually cross a strand of grass or a bit of a rock that looks like it could be thoroughly cracked. It looks cracked that you could further break. Oh, look at that! The blue Pikmin already finished grabbing this old baby.
Yeah.
I found the automatic gear.
Nice.
This thing chugs right along at its own pace. It makes piloting much easier, giving me time to concentrate on the finer points of space travel.
Nice. Verb.
Sure would have, all nice and good until that asteroid fucking clunked my number.
Turns out the asteroids are not automatic. They will.
I'm the slightest.
Okay, we need to find Bob Rock somewhere.
I know there's where one stream of bomb rocks can be found. Unfortunately, it's in a zone that's filled to the fiery brim with fiery blowhawks.
Oh my lord, that's actually a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's a lot of them, and at my current standing, so long as I bring red Pikmin with me to those, I shouldn't have a problem dealing with them.
Okay, well there's one bridge done.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, only have the reds do the construction work for now. Let's
Yeah, because I know those blowhogs. The moment they notice those red Pikmin are going to they're going to start firing what comes right out of their nostrils.
But here, these guys.
And that's like the last thing we
here,
want
these
to
guys.
worry about.
These guys can work on another twig bridge to the right.
That is true.
Oh,
Well, this twig bridge isn't really all that important. It's more so a shortcut for them, I guess, to reach the top.
Ow.
Only downside is that Olimar himself can't really make use out of them.
Well, I mean, fortunately, there's a little gap right there as well.
Yeah, why the hell not? I'm going to be a jerk.
Get him.
Oh,
it heard
you
you.
heard what I
Jerk
said.
alert! Jerk alert! Jerk alert!
Oh,
Out they ran.
Abort the jerk! Abort the jerk!
For the jerk. That sounds so mean, but it's probably true. Okay. Off
That was
they go.
another
It's accurate, if nothing else. There's another one, but I should probably... Actually, you guys are loafing about. You don't even really need that stick, considering that there's this little gap here that
Yeah, I
you
don't.
can crawl through.
Actually, maybe it is just a distraction, but get him. Nice. But yeah, no. Now
Okay, good thing these Pikmin are more or less... Oh, hey, pigs!
well, they were buds.
too late. I know. I don't care if they're friends. I'm saying that they drank all of the stuff. Anyway.
I heard that. Alright, we're gonna go on a hog hunting spree.
Actually, I just noticed they were far away from the bridge they finished.
Actually, really quick, James, before you do that, I think there's one thing you can do then, really quick, just to become
Well,
a
first-
true Master Dandori after this.
Fair point. The automatic gear. It has thin cracks running through it. I tried to fill them with dirt. I hope it will be alright.
Okay,
Pray and hope.
fair enough.
So what's up?
Let's take those blue Pikmin back and have them start carrying the life preserver with them while we're out on this fiery journey.
Only problem is I still need to increase their numbers.
Oh wait, how heavy is it?
It takes 25 in order to take the float,
Ow,
and I only have, 19 of them right now?
Alright, fair.
I thought
But
you
yeah,
had
now would be a
24.
good time to probably start... No, I only have...
Oh no, because there are a couple. There's a couple. We have less than 20 because there's a couple yellow and
Okay.
19. Darn. Fair enough.
Well, there's. Let's see.
I think if we're careful...
Nice. Well, you got a blue.
I mean, that should help a little bit. And yeah, see what I mean? Like, you see that little crap, the pebbles over
Yeah,
there?
what's he doing?
Sometimes the Pikmin will just instinctively go reaching out for it.
And he's a Wario. He just drank it all.
Pig.
Hey, I can't help being thirsty.
They grow up so fast.
I hope those Pikmin are going the right way.
We can
Hey,
hope.
maybe you might want to supervise them.
Well, it looks like. I mean, they have no reason to go down another level.
Nope, not currently anyway.
Okay. Oh, they're finding more nectar.
Also, I realize I'm wasting time just watching
Oh,
these
okay,
guys
okay.
pluck
Okay.
the grass.
So sorry. All right, now we'll dismiss them for now and work on the reds.
Work on the reds.
There they are.
Well, actually, I could. Let me try timing this just right.
There you go.
There we go. Perfect.
All right, now only the blue.
That should hopefully give me enough.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll leave you guys here for the time being while I go hunt down the hogs.
Okay. Yep, they're already working on it. So,
There's a lot of them.
because I just realized, yeah, no, I don't think.
Oh, and I also just remembered there's another enemy type we'll need to be careful of while we're here. You may have noticed that eerie-looking
Eyes.
frog-eyed freak down at the pond.
Yes. Oh, he's already on the move.
The original Wallywog, the original Wallywog species, which, as of the recent re-release of Pikmin 1 and 2, have been renamed to Wallyhops.
Odd, but
I don't get it either.
we don't like them. Oh, so it looks like they can't kill them, but they can reduce their flower budding. Now, careful! It may launch it forward.
Whoop. Thanks, Pill.
You're welcome, Fred.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you're gonna be a problem,
Let's just leave them.
and I probably should go grab more reds.
Okay. So yeah, fortunately, it looks like that in terms of the fiery blowhogs, the red Pikmin are actually just straight up invulnerable because the blowhogs don't actually have any way of eating them. Just
Actually,
Well, no, like they can kill Pikmin if you stick something other than reds on them, because that is essentially a flamethrower they have there in their snouts.
True. I think you need to. I think you still need to pluck some more.
Of course, I'm just doing that for safety's sake.
Okay.
Man, one thing I will definitely say regarding the Pikmin series, which to this day I'm still kind of bummed isn't really a thing yet. Like, I know in Pikmin 3, you had that whole, like, feature where you could call, you could send your other captains to another portion of the map. You're gonna drown if you keep following me.
I want to... Okay.
But, what was I gonna say? Like, they had that whole feature in Pikmin 3. I know Pikmin 4 has a similar feature where you can direct Ochi to a certain location.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's if they're going to make it a thing where you can direct Pikmin to a certain location, because that in and of itself would be a very, very handy feature.
That'd be pretty cool, but the most that I could see happening is maybe Ochi will like pick up a Pikmin, like because he can they can.
Oh yeah, I do recall hearing that. Yeah, Ochi will have the ability to pick up certain Pikmin in a certain area.
Which would be nice, because then you can send him to like pick up a remote group and then have him return to the landing zone while you're going somewhere else. I mean, there is potential for it, but I did love still the versatility of having captains with their own squadrons, like moving around.
Yeah. Also, for the time being, I'm just gonna go ahead and put all the yellows away, and take out some more reds. Because again, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to get more bomb rocks and bomb some of these walls, because they'll be very handy shortcuts once they're taken out.
Right.
You know what? That should.
Okay.
Come on, everybody! We got some hogs to sizzle.
Well, don't forget about the jump frog over there.
Yeah, no, he's
the Wally Hop. That's gonna. I mean, he won't be a problem if I know to. Oh wow, he's still hanging. Look at him.
Well, the annoying part is that the fire blowhogs launch.
Jealous.
They throw your.
Oh, that's cute. Not gonna worry about that right now.
That's a beetle.
It's I forget the full name of them, but basically, if you for lack of a better word, Gooba stomp them with your Pikmin, they'll usually drop pellets and nectar.
They were supposed.
They're bonus gimmies.
I like to call them that. Like, they were really difficult when the game first came out, but the minute the game gave you a lock-on feature in Pikmin 3, they kind of became a joke. Oh!
Get him! Keep him in the ground. Come on. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Oh.
They killed him just in time.
Well, they got one, but, actually, no, they got a lot of...
If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me.
That's basically what he did. He basically just did the freaking, like, Kamehameha, like, dive bomb with everybody. But well.
I mean, you know what? I think before the day's over, I'm gonna make sure that fucker gets his carcass consumed.
Karma. But,
Goodbye.
Actually, we better honestly send them on their way right away, because it's already getting close.
Yeah, no, time's about to run out.
Also, some of them look like they could use a drink.
Yeah, kinda. They look a little parched.
Well, there's nectar. Right?
I'll worry about you fellas later.
Well, there's a nectar
actually,
right here.
oh yeah, you raised a very good point. I honestly almost forgot the fucking nectar was there.
Ta-da! But, yeah, while they're on their way, let's see what else we're going with. So we have the pros.
Yeah,
So we
one over
mentioned
there.
the freaking Wally.
That rogue Pikmin was just
realized something.
farming for you.
I found something. Where are the blue Pikmin? Are they almost there?
Let me see. Oh yeah, they're almost there.
Okay.
You'll notice that on the map screen. Game, I was in the middle of showing my case.
Thank you.
Thanks. But yeah, you'll notice that these star icons are what showcase all the ship parts you need to find.
Gotcha.
And all the little dots are obviously the Pikmin.
Okay.
Also, I guess while we still have some time to spare, I'll go ahead and open this little doohickey up.
Oh. It's a water spout.
That right there is a funny little geyser that Olimar can use.
Whoa!
His Pikmin, unfortunately, are a little shit out of luck when it comes to that.
But again, that
about
makes
to
no
say,
sense
it's
because there's a gap right there.
Like, I just imagine, like, if one of the Pikmin tries to use it and it's not one of the blue ones, it's just like an instant death.
Not an instant death, thankfully.
Thank goodness, no. But otherwise...
I know, speaking of which, I know that there's one glitch in, actually, before I get to that, the space foot. Oh, actually, no, never mind. I already read this.
Oh, I see.
This Pikmin, the original Pikmin definitely had a few notable glitches and whatnot that definitely, it could catch you off guard and royally wreck whatever, actually, let me check real quick what else I'm missing.
You got one over
Okay, there's a
there.
couple. Oh, it might be the ones that are trying to carry the Wally Log. So, fuck. I'm probably not gonna have enough time.
Yeah, I don't...
Man,
We're just gonna have-
I was hoping to feast on this fucker's innards for taking my babies.
We're just gonna have to feed it some more tomorrow. Just make sure they're all
Yeah, there's something. Oh, whoa. Okay, just making sure.
8 eggs.
I think I should be okay. The rest of them should be at the onion.
Well, wasn't there like
Oh.
one that you missed?
I keep. Oh,
I could have sworn there was like one dot that was on the map still, or unless you already picked it up on the way.
I might have already picked it up, but just in.
Okay.
Let's check just to be safe.
But thank
It
goodness.
might be the one exception of like a Pikmin I accidentally left behind.
Well, thank goodness. Even though they're all the way over there, the blue Pikmin know to run to their onion.
Yep. At least I hope they are. I hope they did.
I saw them running in single file and not like sprinting about. So
Survey says. Oh, there
Oh,
was one
single.
left.
No, my brother!
Oh
Boom!
no! Give me a hug.
Poor dude.
Jesus Christ. That poor thing.
Oh, wow.
4 days shit back. I saw with my own eyes that poor Pikmin was literally getting the pile drop from the heavens from that Wallywog. But anyway, deep in the cave I discovered in the forest, I encountered blue Pikmin. These blue fellows have something resembling gills on their cheeks, and they appear to be amphibious, surviving both in water and on land. The wonders of nature never cease to stun me, even in this alien land. Oh, the one that was left behind.
What?
Well, that's a mark on my record.
I'm sure.
Who would have thunk?
Well, what I thought.
Not me.
But oh my gosh, there's so many pieces. I said I'm.
Oh yeah, no, there's still plenty of work. There's still plenty of work cut out for us.
I am curious about in Pikmin 4, like how large these. Because I mean, so in Pikmin 4, one of the big features that you can actually swap landing zones, because I imagine these areas are going to be so big that.
Yeah.
Because in Pikmin 1, like the areas seem actually pretty small, just very densely packed with stuff. But
So first things first, I still got some hogs to crush.
fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll worry about getting the other Pikmin afterwards. But beyond that, yeah, this is the point where blue Pikmin are going to be a little more important to hunt down, and yellow Pikmin, save for like the occasional bomb rock stuff they need to break down, their importance is a little downplayed from here on out.
Right. Well, and
Which is a bit of a bummer, all things considered. But I mean, later games would rectify that to some degree.
speaking of, we gotta find some sort of we gotta find a source of bomb rock somewhere.
Oh, hello. Let's take you guys out, because I know I'm going to want to head in that direction pretty soon.
Oh, that actually looked different. That green one.
Oh, those are a special type of shear grubs I can never remember the name of, but they're kind of weird little pests because they have the destructive capabilities of the male shear grubs, but they can also, when they take enough damage, they'll start flying.
Oh. That's a bit of a... Okay, well, I'm glad they got rid of that then in later releases, because that sounds annoying to deal with.
Yeah, because I think they returned for Pikmin 2, but I'm pretty sure they didn't return for Pikmin 3.
These guys I could see being really annoying if they decided to face towards the water before doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Go.
But thankfully that's not the case.
Nice. Yeah. Does this game happen to have a any sort of like bestiary to learn more about these, like, or is it kind of just all through just observation, like, oh yeah, these are the fire-breathing ones or things like that?
The Piclopedia was not a thing until Pikmin 2, though Pikmin 1 does have a special ending that you can unlock if you do get all your ship parts.
Oh, and then
Which essentially is pretty much the closest thing this game has to a Piclopedia/bestiary.
I mean, okay, that's fair. It reminds me of, like, say, like, even things like way back when, like in Super Mario World or Mario Land 2, when it would just show all the names of all the critters you were fighting.
Absolutely. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull something very daring.
Uh-oh.
Because I know that area over there is mostly going to be... You're primarily going to need red Pikmin for.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll get some more just to be on the safe side. But there's a whole bunch of fire geysers over there. And there's a very special, for lack of a better word, boss fauna we'll be finding over there.
Well.
That... Well, the boss fauna are fairly unique in this game because they always have, like, a certain type of, oh dear.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna need to definitely build up their numbers later, but I can make do with what I have for now.
Okay.
What was I saying?
The boss over there?
The boss monster we'll be finding over there is super special in that it can do an attack that can change the Pikmin into a unique type that's only in this game.
Oh.
And are very, 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 very annoying.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm curious to see what it can be. Oh, my lord.
Oops.
We're down a Pikmin. We're down something.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize this might have been a mistake.
Freaking Death by 1,000 Cuts Zerg Rush going on over here.
Yeah, no, those pincers are no joke.
I guess that's the thing, yeah, like, these, they don't even eat them, they just, like freaking, they just snip them in half and it's done. And...
Alright, fellas, cool your jets. We're not done yet.
No, bring those back. We're not hunting, just...
Well, you know what? I was being a little foolish. I'll let some of you carry the spoils.
Just have something.
This should yield at least a couple more Pikmin.
There.
In the meanwhile...
This should be, I think, enough to work on... well, at least work on a wall or something.
Yeah, we got work to do, fellas.
And by we, I mean you. I'm the supervisor.
You know, to this day, I still kind of wish
Aw.
that there was more the captains can do beyond just commanding the Pikmin to do God knows what.
I mean, now, kind of. The closest you got is that now Ochi can help, like, actually pick and move things and, like, charge into stuff.
Like, I do appreciate that you know, the captains do have a little, like, slap maneuver that's kind of like, you know, tossing your Pikmin, which, I mean, it will damage enemies in certain types, but, I mean, obviously, it's not going to be that, and, like, it's only, like, it's like a last resort sort of thing. Like, you obviously still need to fight with the Pikmin.
Right.
Beyond that, though, you know, maybe this time I also call out the blue ones. Because, again, multitasking... Actually, wait, no. I just remembered. I need to call out some yellow Pikmin.
Oh, but you guys right, because you need to find some bomb rocks, but I have no idea where they are.
I know where they are.
Okay.
It's, I mean, it's the primary reason why I've been taking out those fiery blowhogs earlier.
Oh,
Because,
I see.
there is a way to one of them, and it's... You guys aren't slacking off again.
Yeah, they're working hard.
I got my eye on you.
They're hardly working, hardly.
They're working hardly. That's the important thing. Because, we're going to need them to build the bridge.
Oh, I see. They're the only ones that could be tossed on this side of the bridge.
Correct. And now that there's no more blowhogs in sight, it'll actually make getting the spring back a little easier.
Oh, look, a candy
Also,
bug.
get a load of that weird guy over there in the distance.
Oh, I'm remembering now what this guy does.
That right there is what the fans like to call the puffy toadstool. You'll only find them in this area. And it's honestly really not that hard of a fight. It's just that if you're not careful, it can emit pollen that can affect the Pikmin and turn them into mindless drones that'll attack you.
Yep. Did you know that all you have to do is add the word princess into that while Googling and you get to a completely different part of the internet that you never asked to be in?
Are you speaking this from experience?
So about the candy bud there that's on the little nook there, that actually allows you to convert your Pikmin to different types of your...
fuck me.
Oh, this is
Yep.
not a good time.
If it's not the freaking the mandibles of jaws of death I have to worry about, I also gotta worry about the fucking water wally hop here.
Also, no, hype, no. I discovered that part of the internet before I even knew it was a thing. The other thing I was gonna...
Stay down, you son of a bitch.
The other thing I'm noted, the other quick thing of note about the whistles that it can actually at times also kind of act like a dodge mechanic where like you can.
Alright, fellas, let's pluck.
Here we go. Their attacks are useless. They just bounce off him.
Look at the way he waddles too.
Get out of here. Is this the...
Oh, he's doing the thing, he's doing the thing.
One Pikmin's in there. Uh-oh.
I think he farted.
So how do you snap him out of it?
Actually, ouch.
Oh, well.
Whoa.
I think they have to do their... Oh. They sacrifice themselves.
Dang.
Whoa.
No, you don't. Uh-oh. So the only way you can do damage is just by bopping it?
I'm pretty sure there was an easier way to do this. Like, I think you can just charge straight into its legs and then topple it over. Like, come on. There we go! Now we finish it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew there was a method to the madness.
Oh, please have something good. Please have something good. Please have something good. Yes, a part.
Phew. Okay, so we got to show off the part, and we got to take it out and show off the process of how Pikmin transforms to that thing.
Yes.
I found the Omega Stabilizer. I absolutely must have this piece of my battered ship as ever to fly straight again. It has steered me through countless deep space storms. It looks rather cool.
Fair enough.
We
Well,
need
why
to make
not?
sure you guys carry that to safety. Come on. We still got daylight, sort of.
Sort of. I mean, the closest thing we're gonna have. I mean, yeah, that's actually the perfect time to rebuild our numbers. The closest thing we got is, I guess, these like dark areas, but like it's not gonna be until. I'm still very curious what the implications of Pikmin 4's night traversal are gonna be.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Actually, I just remember now that the yellow Pikmin have finished their duty over there. I can go grab that ship part as well.
We're doing pretty
and
good.
some bomb rocks.
We're doing pretty good now. We're actually starting to.
Doing pretty okay.
We're warming
all
up.
things
We're
considered.
warming up to our room and. Oh,
I found my gravity jumper. By manipulating the forces of gravity, this key component gives me the final boost I need to make the jump to super light speed. Good thing I found it.
that could be bad.
It would have been bad if I didn't.
Otherwise, you'd find your way back home, but you'd also be, well, hang on, we need a couple of you guys.
Yeah, I just need to borrow a few of them. Perfect.
Nice.
I'm gonna let you guys work on this here bridge.
Easy does it. Imagine if you.
I know it's probably not gonna finish by the time I'm done, but better to do it now than to waste the effort.
Imagine we could use bombs on those and then just immediately bridge constructed.
Oh, Logan, you know that only works in cartoons.
What are you trying to do? Blast up the smithereens? No! This
And you're gonna hurt someone.
This ain't a cartoon.
Boom, boom.
Actually, let me see how I'm currently doing on part retrieval. Yeah, we still got work ahead of us. Like, these two were more or less on their way. We still have to take care of over what's on the water. You know what? I think I could probably spare the time to get it.
Okay.
Actually, hold up.
We have about a quarter of a day left.
Let me put you guys away. I might be cutting it a bit close, but at the same time, the main key behind getting a good time on this game, or to spend the least amount of days as possible, is to literally try to get as many of these things as possible. And sometimes that is easier said than done when those Pikmin take their sweet ass time getting back on the onion.
Yeah, that's why we need to. That's why we need to keep prioritizing flower Pikmin around. But
also, would be a good time to improve my number of blue Pikmin. Actually,
okay.
Mind if I borrow these?
Hey. Sorry, I saw them. You tossed another red at it.
It's easy to do that, unfortunately. And sometimes the Pikmin don't think to actually, work in single file, as opposed to literally sharing the carry job with someone else.
Oh, so isn't that the trick then? Like, you're supposed to, if you wanted to follow single file behind you, you gotta basically whistle behind you as you're like walking.
Yeah, that is.
Or was that not until Pikmin 2 that they
pretty
started
much.
doing all those like different or like arrangements of a marching?
I mean, technically you can do it in Pikmin 1. It's just not what I would call perfect.
Yeah. All right, Reds, you're gonna drown today.
Oh fuck! I didn't even notice.
Oh, I thought that was part of your Grandmaster plan to punish them for trying
No!
to take them to the wrong pod.
Jeez Louises, you guys nearly gave me a heart attack.
Everyone okay? He's like, okay. Reds! And they just pull the brakes.
Oh.
Reds!
Gravity jumper acquired.
Oh, phew. This anti-gravity device allows the dolphin to swim gracefully through the sea of stars like a dolphin.
Man.
You may be wondering why I called the ship the Dolphin. Well, goodbye!
Boy, I can't wait to become emotionally attached to this, oh yeah, another blue one. I can't wait to become emotionally attached to this,
Wait a minute!
Yeah.
That ain't yours!
Get back!
Get back here!
Oh no! But I'll say,
Blue Pikmin need that more!
I was like, I can't wait to become emotionally attached to to that dolphin ship and until some great problem happens. And man, I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to realize now why they compared the Pikmin to children.
Yeah, no, the AI Pikmin back in the earlier days, even up to now, they're rock stupid.
Darn. All right, Omega stabilizer acquired. Oh, I was wondering why we were missing that.
This is the dolphin's fin. It is a little beaten up, but it should still function. I've made great strides in repairing the dolphin. With this, I should be able to fly again, even if I don't recover all 30 parts.
Okay, so yeah, that was definitely a required one then.
Yeah, basically, I think that's just one of several hints to show that it is going to come to a point where you will realize you don't need all of them. I found my #1 Ionium jet. Unfortunately, this puts out a slightly odoriferous exhaust,
okay.
but it does propel me to escape velocity in an instant. The stench is a small price to pay for such performance.
Is the part where his internal dialogue is like, it's not it's not actually Ionium, but it sure is noxious. You gotta give it that.
But it stinks to high!
Yay! Today's a good day. What did you eat for dinner, Hype? I am incredibly curious about the inner workings of your diet.
Oh, are you now?
Yes, 100%.
Are you trying to tell him he's fat?
Why? Where did that? Okay.
I guess I could be skinnier, but...
I was so embarrassed today at work.
Why so?
What happened?
This is okay. I'm sorry. This is just suddenly out of nowhere a real, just like vulnerable moment for me right now. I love peanut butter M&Ms. They are just fantastic. I love them even more than Reese's Pieces.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, remember they were the ones building the bridge.
Oh fuck, that's right. I need to go grab them.
You guys stay here. You guys stay here. So I had I was about to eat a small handful of them. By small I mean like maybe 10 to 12 in my hand. And
sounds small to me.
The problem is that when I was
not bad for only a handful of you.
Maybe they can finish the bridge in time. Let's see. Oh, never mind.
But I'm gonna need to do a little do this just because I'm not gonna be able to cross them through this here shallow pond.
Right. But no, so there I was, I was about to have a whole handful just shoved in my mouth because why not? They're good, and it was at that exact moment that
they're near the ship.
Nice, they'll make it. It was at that exact moment that a coworker walked into my cubicle with a question, and there I am just mouth full of M&Ms, and I have to chew them, and I'm just sitting there I think the first thing I said was, please don't tell the others for what you just saw. I felt so embarrassed.
Wow! Literally 2 seconds later, and I would have left this thing behind.
Yeah.
Three parts in a single day.
The #1 Ionium jet. If this is damaged, I'll be in dire straits. I will have to run a sister check as soon as I can.
Freaking chair.
So now I just need to find 2 more parts here, and I can increase the ship's capabilities at least 1 or 2 other times.
I'm already a third of the way through the game.
Yeesh.
But
and everyone's all accounted for. Ain't that right, fellas? Dang it. Time I had to run out before I could do the happy dance.
Well. But no, I know it's so cute. I'm here.
They drifted like the old school gate Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons.
Apparently they did get better about that now, because I don't think my...
Oh, they have. I've had the... as with this playthrough, I'm actually using my Skyward Sword themed Joy-Cons, and I've had them for at least 2 years now, and they haven't drifted yet.
That's
I
good.
probably do need to invest in new Joy-Cons. I still have my launch day ones.
Fair.
5 days since impact. I have seen that, at times, the leaves atop a Pikmin's head will grow to a bud, and then a flower. It appears that if I do not pick the Pikmin sprouts, they gradually bloom over time. Fascinating! This melding of plant and animal traits is surely the unique in the natural world.
Mm-hmm.
I have found flower Pikmin to possess increased swiftness. When in a rush, I found pressing and holding A, then calling the flower Pikmin forth with X to be quite an effective strategy. I've also learned that new sprouts found growing on day following the fierce battles are the results of seeds being left behind.
I never noticed that. That's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it just means that, say if you weren't able to pluck all the Pikmin before day's over, you can come back and they'll be there waiting for you.
Okay.
Ironically, though, their sprouts will not have improved to flowers, which I think is kind of a sorely missed opportunity.
Well, I mean, you could always just explain it as it's photosynthesis. Since there's no sun in the night, they have no chance to mature.
That makes sense. So I think with that said, I'll go ahead and do one more day before we call it a session, because I only need just 2 more parts in order to reach the final major area of the game.
Okay.
Not counting the final area of the game.
Right.
So I guess...
So we've been making pretty good progress so far. Like, all we're missing is, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more ship parts. Actually, one of them I get relatively easily.
Okay.
Alright.
But yes, the diet.
Well, first off, I just wanted to rewind to the moment you had of, like, the guy walking in on you while you were eating those M&Ms. Like, frankly, if he's gonna be, like, that concerned about just you enjoying some M&Ms, he could just mind his own devil damn business. Let the man enjoy his sweets.
I'm sure. I don't think there's any problem with the sweets. It was just the amount I had at a single time. Like, but then again, I'm not the kind of person who's just like, oh yes, an M&M. Another M&M. No, I'm just okay. Here we go. Like, I was admittedly the kind of guy growing up. I was the kind of kid growing up where, oh my gosh, look, a fruit by the foot fruit roll up. Just the entire thing all at once. Just not gonna frickin' Lady and the Tramp spaghetti. This kind of just eat the whole. Just roll it into a ball. There, it's a fruit gummy, a massive fruit gummy. Like, in it goes.
I mean, if it's any consolation, I kind of have like a similar like eating thing myself, where like my bites into sandwiches are apparently bigger than what a human should take a bite out of a sandwich.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes you just want to make the most out of it.
Be greater, or whatever that one thing is. Yeah,
I still reiterate. Let him mind his own devil damn business and let you enjoy your M&Ms. Although, going back to the much earlier question, we just had biscuits. We sometimes usually have breakfasts for dinners.
Okay.
This isn't always bad.
Breakfast or dinners is fun, especially if you do like breakfast burritos.
Whoa. Yeah. Like, I know, like, if we had any, Mom was also planning on having bacon to go with those biscuits, but the one thing of bacon we hadn't finished thawing yet.
I'm gonna call a mulligan real quick.
Okay.
I meant to say yes.
Or continuing again.
No, I mean yes.
Yes. And I see. Whenever you select a save file, you can select which day you want to load from.
Which is nice. I don't remember if that was a thing in the GameCube original, but New Play Control Wii version and Switch version, I want to say do that.
I'll look that up. But continue, Hype.
Well, I mean, like, that was, like, the essential... That was essentially what I did have for dinner. And I will say that, like, part of the reason it took me a little bit longer to get back than usual is because right afterwards I had to help clean the dishes.
No worries, then. I mean, hey, better to get that off your plate.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm going to try and see if I can actually knock out all those Wollywog suckers and actually improve my blue Pikmin numbers, because they sorely need it.
Yeah.
They've been living in the dank and the dark for far too long.
I don't even
feeling oppressed by the lack of sunlight.
I don't think you even have any of them upgraded beyond leaves, as far as I know.
Right.
Nope. I mean, I'll make do with what I have, but it's also a matter of, like, you know, nobody likes these guys.
Right.
No.
Let's see. Pikmin 1.
Whoa, got him in the lock. Now run.
Whoa. Ah, jeez. He jumps up so quick.
Yeah, no, again, Wollywogs are no joke. Or Wollyhops. I keep forgetting that that's such an important distinction now.
Moving forward, but...
It's the anti-dioxin filter. This fits over the rocket's exhaust ports and filters out all disease-causing agents from the ship's exhaust. That means I'll be able to move around without polluting the planet's atmosphere.
Oh.
I feel worlds better.
Okay, fine, let's take him out.
It's mine! I saw it first!
And for that, you must die. Ready to call back, just in case. Here we go.
There you
Fuck
go.
off.
Alright.
Alright, so let's see how many I'm going to need for...
40.
Oh, exactly 40!
Well,
might as well do it now. Get it out of my hair.
I mean, and just like you said, like the hardest part is just going to be same with Pikmin 3. The hardest part is just going to be getting it out of the water. Once it's out of the water,
Actually,
then we're...
I think I have a better idea in mind.
Oh?
I'm gonna go back to the. I'm gonna go back to all the other onions and call up some Pikmin.
I was say, yeah.
Do a little fair trade. Oh, wrong way.
I was saying, I completely forgot. Yeah. But yeah, no, I was gonna say, yeah, probably same with Pikmin 3. It's just the hardest part is just getting it out of the water. Once it's there, all the other Pikmin types can help.
Yeah.
Right, and especially it also helps when there's no other fauna to worry about.
Right. I'll be
So
right
we
back.
needed at least 40 of them, right? Let's do maybe 50 for good measure. From both sides, anyway. Because I know there's going to be at least one treasure that's a little further to the south, to the east, I want to say, which will require the help of most, if not every, single Pikmin type. Come on, fellas. In perfect order. Work it. Work it.
Perfect order, because I know it's possible to accidentally glitch them through the steps.
Which sucks. I've seen it happen. Where did they go? Oh! They're the other way around. They already crossed. Don't worry. It's all under control. Oh, whoa. No, don't get too close to that thing. I want to make sure it's a fair trade. Because you guys, you all need a little extra in your onion. Only downside is that it is possible for Pikmin to not see a spot for themselves to. Wait, what are you doing?
Oh. No, not for you.
Where you fucking children?
But
Stop
I'm
that!
thirsty, Daddy.
I know you're thirsty, Kenny, but you gotta work for it.
You know, I bet Mama wouldn't treat us this way.
Mama's literally back on planet Hokatate, thank you very much.
Man, imagine if, like, I know it doesn't happen. Oh, what's up?
Wonder how she's doing, by the way.
Yeah. I know this doesn't happen canonically, but I just imagine, like, what if, like, Olimar, he ever does return home and reunite with his kids and family, and, like, the Pikmin join them as well, and, like, Olimar's wife is like, well, it looks like we have another 400 mouths to feed.
Dan, the story behind Olimar and his family is actually kind of an interesting one if you really want to dive deep into it, because Olimar is, well, as we've definitely discussed earlier, I don't think they don't go into explicit detail about it till later games. He works for for Hokatate Freight, which is like pretty much a freight shipping company, and most of his his work is usually taking place within the vast reaches of space. I'm gonna need to make sure to bring some reds because that hog's kind of getting in the way. But anyway, because he's usually on the job and out into space, he rarely, if ever, has time to really go, spend time with his family. Anyway, the anti-dioxin filter. The laws of deep space require all ships to eliminate all pollutants.
Hey, just one more part, and you can expand your horizons.
Yep, and the best part is we'll leave the planet out without leaving our nasty Hokatation germs on it.
Filthy Hokatations.
I mean, for real.
Hi.
Now then, before I forget, welcome back.
Hi, welcome back. I'll probably actually be leaving for my own dinner soon. I probably won't make it back before the end of this day, but by all means, say your thing first.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, like the whole thing behind Olimar's family is honestly kind of an interesting story if you want to, dive deep into it. And oh, jeez, I want to deal with that now.
Well, my only problem with the whole... Oh no, you can go around the other way.
I will have to deal with that at some point or another, because, these other two are going to be along the way from this path. Just that I know doing this one's going to... Honestly, let's just... We'll make that our next big goal, because I do believe we only have, one more... We only have one more ship part left to grab, and honestly, when we need to backtrack here, it would be better to just knock this all out in one fell swoop.
Okay. Yeah, let's just get some bomb
So
rocks then.
I'm going to go grab me some bomb rocks and finish the bridge.
But I mean, So, actually, I completely forgot what the topic we were talking about.
About Olimar's family.
Oh, it's like...
And how, basically, he's so busy on the job, he rarely ever has time to spend time with them.
I guess my only bummer with that is it kind of does the Shadow the Hedgehog thing where unless, if you beat the game fast enough, you almost never hear about that stuff.
Yeah, not really. You may have noticed during the map screen that there's this whole menu where you can see all of Olimar's voyage logs.
Yes.
And, I mean, if you're going to beat the game, in record time, you're not going to see all of them. And honestly, I'm not even. What I'm wondering is if it's all like set or if it's all randomized depending on like your actions for certain days.
Who really knows?
That I'm not sure.
Oh, careful,
Alright,
some of
so-
them don't accidentally go in the water.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
so it's just an
Honestly,
infinite
don't do that.
supply of them in there.
There's a lot of them for sure because we need to clear out a lot of room.
Alrighty, well,
Also, I realized for what I'm about to go to, I might go ahead and put the blue Pikmin away because I'm not going to need him for this next bit.
okay. Well,
And also, better safe than to not waste all this platoon just like that.
right. Alright, well, with that, I am going to get going to have some dinner, and I will likely not be back before the end of this day.
Okay.
So I will say to
Okay.
you all farewell, and I will return tomorrow.
At least you can spare yourself the sight of the shaggy long legs. Or the beady long legs.
I was about to say, I didn't know that they were... I don't think the shaggy long legs are in this version. I didn't know.
No, the shaggy long legs aren't, but the beady ones are.
Oh.
The shaggy ones are like just a future variant of them that also suck.
Yes. They remind me of a Muppet for some reason. Like the one that had like they remind me
They're
of
kind
that.
of Muppet like when you mention it.
I just remember this one like bit where there was like it was like a pink haired like frill that like was head bopping. You know what it is? You know what it reminds me of? In Alice in Wonderland, in the flower sequence, there was like that one like I think it was I want to say it was in the flower Golden Afternoon section. There was that one furry like thing that was like beating drums or whatever that glowed as it hit them, or I don't know if that was I don't know if it was that sequence or another movie I'm thinking of, but I just remember.
I know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure that was from Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, that's what I'm just thinking of. But anyway, I shall return tomorrow. Fare thee well.
Okay, dokies.
Alrighty, see you next day. And while he goes to leave dinner, Pipe and I will take out the Shagster. Or not the Shagster. Again, he's not even hairy. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need more reds than I'm gonna need yellows, but yellows are also very viable against it, so
Okay.
that'll have to do. If I'm lucky, I'll make it with not too many casualties, but knowing my luck, it's probably I'm gonna likely wipe out this current platoon. Let's see. Do I want to just? No. Taking out the way to the long legs is more important.
Yeah.
Like if I have enough to open another wall, I will gladly do so. Because we're gonna need to prepare ourselves for a scrap.
Also, just be careful there, because I imagine, like, obviously that's gonna harm, like, yellow Pikmin, but I imagine that, like, if they're holding a bomb, they'll automatically explode if they're caught by it.
I think so. In fact, actually, once we're done with this wall, I'm gonna need to make sure to empty out my current bomb rock wielders, because you don't want them coming into this arena. Like, by fuck out. They're on fire! They're on fire!
Oh, there's one back there. There you go. Man.
Jeez. I hate that so much. And it wouldn't be until Pikmin 2. I'm pretty sure it wasn't until Pikmin 2 where you can actually take out these buds.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can't take them out here. Man, that sucks. Okay, that's all said and done. I think I should have enough to take this one out. Here's hoping.
Let's see.
Just, I want to empty out my current reserve.
And I'm trying to remember, like, these, like how far you've destroyed these walls, they stay in their state whenever you go to your next day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you fucking idiot!
Ooh.
I saw that too late!
Man, these Pikmin sure are dedicated.
No kidding. It's almost like that's all they know what to do. Okay, look, that's all. That's literally all I had to do. What are you doing over there, you straggler?
I can't read.
Get out of here.
I do wonder if
I
they
only have so
actually
much
can
time
read.
left on the clock.
Oh.
I doubt they can. Well, I mean, they're curious folk. They're not stupid, but I mean, honestly, it also depends on what you're talking about. Like, if it's a shorts, I mean, they're a curious bunch, but I mean, they wouldn't all call them brain dead. Games-wise, on the other hand, you could definitely make that argument.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, welcome to one of the more annoying boss fights in the game! The beady long legs!
Man, you weren't
I
kidding.
already
That
took
is
out a lot
annoying.
of my squad. We're gonna have to make sure... Yeah, its head is its weak spot. And this was before Pikmin 3, where they got so large you couldn't even really do it this way.
Right. Also, maybe I'm thinking of a variant of Pikmin 2, but I remember them being slower than this.
They were slower, yeah. No, they're smaller and they're faster in this game, which, you know, it makes it equally obnoxious.
The guard satellite! Deep space is filled with dangers. This automated satellite does its part to help guard both me and my spaceship. I'll sleep better at night once this little satellite is back on duty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see if I can mostly get Red Sun to pick this thing up, because the pathway is still fraught with a few extra fire spewers.
Yeah, it should be enough.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, there.
More than enough. A few more for extra measure. I want to get this thing done as quick as possible.
I mean, honestly, like, in spite of that, like, initial, like, jump scare of an intro, you still fared fairly well against it.
Yeah, like, jeez, Olimar's gonna feel that in the morning, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Oh, my aching head.
Although, funnily enough, I did get rid of my crippling back issue.
Hey, there. Damn.
Go, get back here. I want to get this job done soon, damn it. Because, yeah, after this, we'll more or less have everything. Wait, jeez, I almost didn't catch your head on fire there. What a bunch of weirdos, am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, who would go walking into an open fire geyser and blow their hair out?
You mean aside from you?
Totally, aside from me. I'm just the guy that gets their fucking head stepped on by a giant arachnid.
I mean, yeah, no one's perfect.
Oh, shit. Hold up there, everybody. So, you guys take that. Take the right one. There you go. And yeah, no, that obviously, take this back to the ship. That's the most important.
I mean, you know, only if you have the time.
Yeah, and I saw that. Anyway, the most important part of the job's done. We now have the guard satellite.
This has protected me from space pirates many, many times. Like, I still remember the one time it saved my bacon from the... Anyway, I've recovered 12 out of 30 parts, increasing the Dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area.
Yay.
And we'll You know, now let's stop and think about it. I know it's not going to happen anytime soon, but imagine if there was a Lego set based off the SS Dolphin.
That would be cute. And have, like, a bunch of little minifigs based on Olimar and Louis.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm just trying to think of, like, how exactly you would make Lego versions of the Pikmin themselves. Like, it'd be weird if they had minifigs that are as big as Olimar, so I'm guessing they'd just be, like, little studs.
That's studs. I mean, that'd be interesting. But, I mean, I could see it being done in such a way where, like, I could see it in a way where, like, technically they would... I mean, granted... I would definitely say that it would be weird for them to be minifigs considering the size differences, but then again, I don't think that's not Lego sets before.
I know, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to think of, like, what a good alternative would be. Like, I know that there are some minifigs that have, like, you know, custom-built heights, like that Eggman one that we're going to be getting soon.
Yeah, which, you know, look pretty good in its own right.
Definitely better than the last Lego Eggman we had.
Yeah, right? Alright, with that said, I'm going to have to try to collect these things as fast as I can, because we're not going to be coming back here for a little while.
Yeah.
Even though there's only, like, what, 2 ship parts left? And yeah, they're literally right in that exact area. Which, yeah, that's actually a really good thing.
Yeah.
Come on, pluck her up. There we go. You too. And we are more or less all set. So why don't we just go ahead and call it early?
Okay.
Alright, with all that said and done, we've got enough ship parts to open up the next area of the game, and honestly, we're pretty much at what I would like to consider the final third of the game.
Sweet.
One more I think all we need is one more good session. We'll more or less be out of this dump by, hopefully, the 15-day mark.
Yeah. If you keep going at this
I mean, that's
pace,
wishful
maybe.
thinking, to be honest, but... What was that?
I was just reiterating that, like, yeah, if you keep going at this pace, you will.
Yeah, and the Wally Wogs were like,
Come back, my friend. I want to squish you. Alright, 6 days since impact. I've managed to increase the range of the dolphin. Looking from the dolphin's portal as it launches ever higher into the sky, I see a vast wetland in the deepest parts of the forest. I shall call it the Distant Spring. I can begin my exploration of it tomorrow. For now, I'm asleep.
Alright, so in total, we currently have 280 Pikmin, and we've only lost, we lost about 15 of them today, but to be fair, that, again, fucking beady Longlegs is no joke.
Yeah.
But other than that, honestly, not too bad. Like, I could honestly be hurting worse. So, that's it. We now have access to the Distant Spring, but that is unfortunately where we are going to have to call it a wrap. So, we'll see you all next time as we go getting our feet wet into the home of the Smoky Prague. Will we go and tackle it? Oh, am I kidding? I'm not touching that thing. We'll see you all next time.
Bye, bye.